My dad pulled out a gun. Welcome back to the Uncensored Diary. I'm your host, Andrea Naylor, and I am so excited to be here this morning. Y'all, I'm up this morning at 7:31. I'm so tired. But I said that I wanted to stay consistent. I wanted to upload this video, and that's what I'm doing right now. So if I still look sleepy, if I still look anything, I apologize. I just wanted to get this video out and to keep my word. Staying consistent is very important because when you are inconsistent, when you are not reliable, I don't want to be a part of your life because that's not a good trait to have, you know? So I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to get these videos out. And if something ever happens to where I'm not able to, I will let you guys know. But let's get into it. So today we are going to talk about confronting the disturbing parts of my life. Confrontation series part 2. I'm sure you guys have like, what is she talking about disturbing? Yeah, so before I dive into it, I do want to say to my dad, Daddy, I love you very much. I'm sure you think I'm crazy for telling my story, for even doing this, because it is exposing my life to the world. But at the same time, I'm okay with it because it's not like I'm the only person that has been through something in their childhood. People might have been through things worse than me. I'm sure, yes. I'm not even gonna say might. Some people have been through a whole lot more than I have. So by me just sharing my story, it is healing me, and I'm going to let go today during this series that I have going on for my childhood trauma. I do know that a lot of people have been looking at my videos and they want to come on. So I'm like, yeah, you can come on with me. I would love that. I definitely want to have some guests come on with me. I don't want to always be solo. So I will be adding in some people from time to time. Yeah. So confronting my childhood, the disturbing part. Again, I love you. So when I was young, of course I'm the baby. So with my mother, the longest, because my sisters, they get older, get married, or just move out. So I'm with my mom. And my dad, he had a drinking problem. And you know how some people that drinks, they either a goofy, happy, silly person or they are an angry person. Well, my dad, he was the angry person. And yeah, it's a lot more that my sister saw that I didn't see. And I'm glad I didn't. But I end up getting some things that they didn't get at all. Maybe my older sister, she kind of experienced it. But yeah. So what I'm talking about is when I was little, my dad, he used to come over and, talk to my mom, give her money for us, and he would be drunk. And my dad, when you under the influence, you don't really understand what's going on. You just know that you feeling good, and yeah. So this is the main one that I can remember so much because it really hurt me the most. So I know when I was little, I was sitting down, I was playing with my Barbie, with my baby doll. But Dad came in the house, and I'm just sitting there in the dark, and I'm just playing. My mom was watching TV. My dad came in the house, and he decided that he wanted to be abusive. I'm crying again. I didn't want to, but as you can see, when you are not healed, you will continue to cry talking about it. So my dad, he came in the house, he was drunk. He sat down and he was talking to me, and I just knew that something wasn't right with my dad. I think I was like 10, I think. And he sat down, and I'm just like, hey, Dad. He was being very aggressive, very mean. And I didn't like it. I saw that he was, talking to my mom crazy, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, what's going on, I'm so glad to see my dad, but not like this. So my dad, I'm sitting on the floor, and he asked me, and he was like, Ann, that's what they call me, Ann, come see your dad's tooth or something. I can't remember exactly what he asked me to look at. And I'm like, Dad, I don't want to do that. I'm playing with my dolls. Like, I'm playing. I don't want to, Why did I say that? My dad, excuse me. My throat is speaking. But anyways, I told him I didn't want to, and he got upset with me because, of course, he is drunk. And he stood up, took his belt off, and he started to beat me. Why did I put on makeup? Trying to look great for you guys for the camera. One second. I'm definitely a very emotional person, which I think is really good to be emotional, because you express your feelings, you get things out, you don't hold it in. That is the perfect person to be. I don't care what nobody says. But he took his belt out, he started beating me, and I'm screaming, and my mom like, get off her, don't do that. Eventually I got away, running down the hallway, screaming. Then he tried to attack my mom. I'm coming back, trying to help my mom. So that's a little bit of the piece that I've gotten with the whole trying to attack my mom, but my sister saw more. I'm glad I didn't. Just seeing that a little bit hurt me. But I'm down the hallway. My mom is telling him, get off me, Leroy. And, then it hurt me. So, of course, I was beaten with the belt, whips all over me. So guess what happens? Because I'm 10, I have to go to school. So I'm going to school, and then they can see certain whips on me because of me, like, having it on my neck and having it on certain parts of my body, right? My teacher sees it. She's like, Andrea, come here. I went to her. She was like, what happened? And of course me, I'm an honest person. I'm honest. I tell her, my dad, he beat me. He beat me because he was drunk. because I didn't want to look at something that he wanted me to, and I said no. So the teacher sent me to the guidance counselor. Y'all, I can see this memory in my head. I'm that type of person. Like, I imagine things. I can see the past. I can see my future. That's me, and that's just who I am. But I went to the guidance counselor, and she was talking to me, and she was just like, what has happened? Y'all, I had to take off all my clothes. They had to take pictures of me. I'm exposed to the people watching and looking at me taking pictures because they were so concerned about what is going on. Again, I'm 10 or something in that age range, and they asked me, they said, do you want to send your dad to jail? Do you want to press charges against your dad? Y'all, I'm 10. At the end of the day, it's my dad. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But I don't want him to keep doing this to me. They asked me again, do you want to press charges? And I'm like, no, I don't want to press charges. I don't remember what they did. I don't know, they called my dad. I can't remember any of that stuff. But all I know is that moment, it made me hate him. I hated him for a while. It is so much more. But I just didn't like him. I didn't care for him. I loved him. But I'm like, why? Why do you do this to us? And if drinking makes you angry, you should stop. If you have dealt with someone who was an angry person drinking, you need to remove yourself from that person because it is not okay. It's not okay. I thought everything calmed down, but it didn't. The last thing that happened was my dad pulled out a gun. He aimed it at us, me and my mom. I thought I was about to lose my life. I thought my mother was going to lose her life. Somebody was going to lose their life that night. But thank God, he saw something and he put it up and he left. And I grabbed my mother and she grabbed me and I loved her. And I almost lost myself and my mother to abuse. A drunk, and someone that has mental health issues. Because that's something we all have. But some people don't deal with it. They have pride about it. They don't want to get help from it. They don't see anything wrong, or they just don't care. I don't know which one it is, but I was done. 10 years old. But yeah, that was a little bit of the disturbing part of my life that I felt was disturbing, of getting abused by the person that loves you, or you feel that loves you, and they hurt you. And then they hurt the person that is there for you all the time, my mother. A lot of people don't like to talk about their story. They don't like to talk about who they are. But at the end of the day, if that was you in your past, it was just you. Y'all, this is my story. And I'm telling it piece by piece in a little bit by bit. And I definitely made this as a series because confronting your childhood is a lot. And I want to get out as much as I can before I close the chapter and move on. I do know, like, my dad, he was just a really strong-minded type of man. And he wanted things to be the way he wanted them to be. And I end up growing up being like him when it comes to that strong mind, and you want certain things to be the way you want it to be. I'm not going to get too much on that because I'm going to talk about that in the next episode. I wanted to come on, do a quick video to let you guys know, like, hey, I'm still here. I'm still trying to be consistent with you. I know that I'm not going to be doing very long videos because I'm alone. I'm solo. Who want to watch me for an hour? 30 minutes, maybe pushing it. So I'm going to tap at 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to do some short videos until, my page grows and it becomes even dope with others joining me and talking about their childhood. Me talking about mine has brought so many people to me of like, hey, I want to talk. I want to share my life. I want to share, the things I've been through. I'm ready to heal. For them to say that to me, it made me feel amazing because I'm like, yes. You know what? I forgot to say this at the beginning because I was so ready to talk to you guys and to get everything out so I can share my story. But if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, because without you guys, if you don't share, my channel is not going to grow for other people to see what's going on in my life and to heal with me. I want us to heal. I want you to comment down below if you would like to join my channel with me at times. I can set up videos or we can meet up and talk about some things, and then you can come here with me. This is my she shed. It's something I got built and I'm working on, and I made it as my studio now since I want to do a podcast. So yeah, if you want to join me, comment down below. If you're on my Facebook, send me a message, let me know, and then we can get up together and we can talk. I really want open-minded people to talk to. You share what you like, but I do want us to get to a place in our lives that we are letting go all of the damage, all of the pain, everything. We going to let it go and move forward with our lives, because I know we say, oh, I forgave that person, I'm healed, I'm this, but when you start talking about it, you start crying like me. And I want to talk about it like I'm doing right now, and it don't faze me, and I'm like, hey, that was my life. That's my story. But this is my story, and I'm telling you guys. So likes, subscribe, share, comment down below. Let me know how things are going for you and what do you think about my podcast so far. I would love your feedback. But again, I'm your host, Andrea Naylor with the Uncensored Diary, and I will see you guys soon.